Hey gorgeous souls, how are y'all doing? Come on in, grab a seat, kick off your shoes and kick back by the fire. Today we have got a good one. We're not going to talk about dreams, but we're going to talk about how God or the universe can talk to you and how things can just manifest and you can get an answer right away. So, welcome to Dreaming with Tess. I'm Tess. This is your channel and my channel where we sit and talk about dreams, intuition, what's going on with our lives, and how to figure out this thing we call life. All right, are you ready? Come on, let's go. So about 8 years ago, I had left and just started over. I had my kids. I just left and didn't take anything. I didn't have beds. I didn't have a table. I didn't have a blanket. And I didn't have a lot of things that I actually needed. But something always told me inside that everything I needed would always be provided for. I'm not trying to be cliche. I actually had dreams about this. So one day I was at Walmart and I felt like God had said that I needed to go back to Walmart the next day. And I was sitting talking to a friend of mine and she was like, man, I really need some pajamas and I really need some bras. I said, me too. I said, and I need some socks. And I said, you know they're going to be $1 tomorrow at Walmart. And she goes, what? And I said, yeah. She goes, who told you? I said, God told me. And she said, Tessa. I said, yeah, God told me they're going to be $1. She goes, well, girl, give me a whole bunch. And as she started to leave, I was like, hey, are you going to give me some money? And she goes, for what? And I said, for pajamas and bras and stuff. And she said, Tessa, did someone tell you they were going to be $1? I said, no. She said, well, if you get something that's a pretty good deal, go ahead and pick me up a couple. And she gave me $10. I said, I'm going to bring you back 10. And she said, all right, all right. And then the next day, I went to Walmart. So I was standing there like God had told me to be there at 8. And I was standing there and there was this woman. So I was on the east side, bright white. And God had told me to walk up to this black lady and just be a Karen, basically. I'm serious. He told me to walk up to her and ask her why she was there. I was like, God, are you kidding me? Now, I didn't hear it with my ears and I wasn't seeing things, but I just felt God had told me to walk up to this lady. She was beautiful. Her smile, her vibe, like I could feel her across the room. It was so warm and tender. So I walked over, super afraid that I might get hit or towed off. And I walked up to her and I said, hey, excuse me, ma'am, I'm so sorry to bother you. And I really don't want to ask you, but can you just please tell me why you're here? And she goes, oh, because God told me to come here at 7:30. I said, air high five. And I gave her a high five. And I said, God had told me to come here at 8. She goes, well, you know they're going to have curtains and bedspread covers. And I was like, really? I really need a bedspread cover. And I said, who told you? She said, God told me. And I was like, well, you know what? God told me there's going to be big old packs of socks and bras and pajamas for $1. She goes, I really need some bras. And as soon as we got done saying that, this Walmart lady comes walking up to us with a big old basket full of 6 packs of socks for $1. I was like, woo! So we were all excited and we were getting a bunch of socks. I had about 25 packs in my cart. And then everybody started coming. We started pitching them like footballs and throwing them to everybody and getting everything. And then later on, the bras came out and we got our little bras, and then the pajamas came out and we got our pajamas. Then I needed to leave because I had to go take an exam. I think it was like a music test, but still I needed a good grade because I was stuck on getting straight A's. So I went and I took the test and I came back and I said, God, can there please be some more stuff there? And then the lady who God had told me to walk up to was there. And she goes walking by, she goes, hey, you're back. And I said, hey, I am. She goes, how'd you do on your test? I said, I did great. And she said, well, you know, they got those bedspread covers that you were looking for and they're only $10. And I was like, woo, all I got left is $10. And she was like, well, they're over there. And I went over there and there wasn't any. So I was like, that's fine. And I started to walk off. And then that same lady came over to me and she goes, hey, She goes, did you get the bedspreads? I said, no, there wasn't any left, but that's okay because I got so much good stuff before. And she said, I have so much. My whole car is like busting over and my husband's going to kill me anyways. She said, why don't you take one or two? And I said, no, I'm good. And she said, I really want you to take one. And I said, okay, well, you choose for me, whichever one you want me to have. And I was hoping that she would tell me the beige one because there was a black one and a gray one and a red one. I really wanted the beige one. And she goes, bloop, and she hands me the one that I wanted. So I told you that little story just to let you know that everything that you need is always provided. God will take care of you, even at Walmart. So I want to tell you one more little story. Right after COVID had hit, I'm a single mom, so I was a little worried about electricity and food. And so I just said, you know what, God, I'm going to give it to you in your hands. So I went to Lowe's and I was like, I'm going to get me a peach tree, I'm going to get me a lemon tree, and I'm going to get me an orange tree. And I was all ready. And as I was walking, I said, God, I really feel like I need a generator. And I don't have no $1,000 for a good generator, and I don't want to get one used because why else would they be selling them unless something was wrong with it? Because if you have a generator that's good and working, why would you get rid of it? Unless you have a whole bunch, but who's gonna give it away for $200? So as I was walking, I said, you know what? No more. I'm not gonna worry about it. If you want me to have a generator, I will have it. I have $200 in my account that I can spend on one, and that's all the money I'm going to spend on one. But if you don't want me to have one, I know that you will protect and you will provide. So then I took my little happy self walking, and I realized that I went down the wrong aisle, and I had all these trees in front of me in my cart. And as I'm going, boom, I run into this big old thing on my knee. It was my sore knee, the one I had 2 knee surgeries on. And I looked down. I could not believe my eyes. It was the generator that I wanted. It even had the rolly wheels on it. It was like $1,000 generator. And it was marked down for, guess what? $200. And I was like, oh my goodness. So I was like jumping up and down like a little girl that has to go pee. And I go and I find somebody, and he was talking to somebody, and I was starting to get nervous, and I said, no. If God wants me to have that, I can walk away from it and it'll still be there. So I walk away and I just wait until he's done talking to the other gentleman. And then I say, can you please come over here and help me look at this generator? And he said, yes. And I said, so can you tell me why it's $200? And he said, well, it looks like somebody had ordered it and then they didn't pick it up. And I said, well, I will be picking it up. Thank you. He said, what? I said, you know, I just prayed about this, and I looked like an idiot. I was like, I just prayed about this like 2 minutes ago, and then I ran into the box, and so it's mine. And he just looks at me like I'm crazy. And then I go and I pay for it. So I just wanted to give you those little stories to let you know that everything you need is always provided for you. It's within you. You are rich. You are beautiful. You are provided for. You are enough. So I just wanted to let you know that your prayers are heard. That when you give up fighting and you just believe and you know and you relax, it's going to be okay. When you vibe on fear, more things will keep coming at you. You look at videos and saying, oh, the food shortages and the gas shortages and this and that, and oh, and you're single, and oh, you might have that disease. We have one life while we're here. We're here in this room. We can all agree on that, whether you're religious or not. We can all agree that we're here right now. And we can all agree that we can fight life or we can enjoy and love life. A bunch of crap happens. A bunch of bad, ugly things can happen in your life. But then a bunch of good and beautiful things can happen too. You can believe in God and the law of attraction at the same time. You cannot believe in gravity and it still work for you. I'm telling you, you can say, I am not subject to gravity because I do not believe in gravity. Then you jump off some stairs and you fall down, because gravity is in this realm, and so is the law of sowing and reaping. So is you ask and you shall receive. Whatever you're vibing on will come to you. So I said all that to say that I love you and that good things are coming for you, and I believe in you. I want to give you one little thing that you could possibly buy that might alleviate your anxieties about the electricity going out or not having something when it's cold to keep you warm. So hold on. This little thing is awesome. I'm not getting paid for this, but it is a charger. It charges your phone. It can charge a heating blanket. It can charge one of those little shawls. They were like $10, $12 on Amazon. You charge it by cranking it, which is pretty awesome. You can flip it. It has the different levels, and then it has one here too. And so if you have, there we go. So if you have reusable batteries, you can crank it with your hand and you can be good and you can stay warm and charge your phone and everything. And I think it was like under $50. So this was a little different. I hope y'all liked it. It was so good talking to y'all, and I will see you in a little bit.